Are we ready for our Valley recap?
Yep. This was a good episode.
It was. My whole thing that I want to know about, like, I want to see, you know how people do the family trees? I want to see a relationship tree.
Who's dated who?
Yes, because
That would be complicated.
Zach was talking about when he moved to LA, he was already friends with Sheena. Okay, but how? Like, how was Zach friends with Sheena? And then how did he become friends with the other people? I want to know how Janet got involved with these people. Like, I want to know
It seems that Sheena is like the person in between all of this, the catalyst.
Who?
Sheena. Because isn't that who Janet started talking to too?
I think so. I mean, Sheena is so nice.
Sheena's just connected to everybody.
She just probably befriends everybody. Yeah. And then I was thinking about how they cast the show.
Yeah.
They obviously built the show around Jax and Kristen were no longer on Vanderpump, so they built the show around them and then cast from their friend group, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so too.
Do you think there's going to be a third season? People are saying there's not, which is nuts to me.
It is nuts to me too because there's so much going on that I think they could. I just don't know. Like, I see so much buzz about other shows. I don't see that much buzz about The Valley. I like The Valley.
I love The Valley.
But
because I'm invested in the people.
The characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I really like it. I hope it continues. But
they would have been smart to cast Lala and Sheena.
Agreed. And they made it seem like they were.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why there's not so much talk about it because people are waiting for it and it will be like 30 seconds.
Maybe it was a letdown that they're not more involved in the show.
Because they were all in the previews.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Can we talk about Scrotox?
Yeah, I asked Pri about it. He was like, it's a legit thing. I was like, do you do it to people? He said no. So.
But is it only for cosmetic? Like, they said that it could make sex feel better.
I don't know if that's
if
true.
your balls are sagging, that makes it feel better?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Pri said it just, like, same as what we do to our faces. Like, it just smooths out the skin.
Just to make it look nicer?
But
it said it relaxes it. So it's like,
yeah.
Because then the producer says to him, like, don't you know that, like, when you age,
your balls
sag?
drop.
And he was like, oh, well, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to be older faster. Like, that's so weird to me. And does it last forever? Or is it like Botox in your face where it's like 2 months?
Botox metabolizes in your body.
I just thought it was so funny and wild. And like that they recorded his face while he was getting it.
I just wonder, like, I've had it in my face, so I know. I remember feeling like, oh my God, I want Botox in my entire body because it just like felt so relaxing. And I have really sensitive eyes. So when I go outside, I'm squinting all the time. And then like your muscles start to hurt in your face.
Because you're tense.
Yeah. And then I remember thinking like, wow, this is amazing. So I wonder if it's a huge difference. Like when men are stressed, are they like scrunching up their balls? Like, I don't even understand. how
Here
there's like muscles
Kegels
down
now.
there. I don't understand how it works.
It's wild.
I don't understand.
But, you know, I did think it was crazy that, this is a total side note, but Jax selling Brit's bags and shit on eBay.
That's wild.
Bro. This is her home. And she's so nonchalant. Like, yeah, my wedding ring's not there anymore. And like my bags are being sold on eBay. What?
Yeah.
If someone touches my stuff or puts it in the wrong spot, like, I'm pissed.
I wonder.
That is an invasion of your privacy.
I wonder if part of them potentially not continuing the show has to do with like it's just gotten too much.
Yeah.
Like with regard to Britney
I
and
could see
Jax.
that.
I don't know. Maybe they're uncomfortable and they're like, this is not.
I could definitely see that.
I don't know. Michelle and Lala, that conversation was so like, are they? Again, I was like, oh, do you guys know each other?
They must be friends.
Legit?
I'm
like,
pretty sure that they're friends.
Yeah.
Because that was like, Michelle doesn't talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Even Jessie before they broke up about like her personal life.
Yeah.
And they were like comfortable together and like crying together. So I would assume.
Yeah. And the fact that she's dealing with, because we knew nothing about her mom being sick. And I was like, are you kidding me? She's going through all this co-parenting stuff. Divorce. Being
in the tabloids.
And dealing with that with her mom. Like, I felt for her so much.
Yeah, same.
that was wild.
It was beautiful how Lala really supported her, though. Like, I felt like it was a true friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just jumping to Jasmine, and because they went for dinner, Jasmine, her girlfriend, Danny and Nia, or not Danny and Nia, Jason and Janet. Jasmine apologizing and being like when they made up, I just thought to myself, she's not being truthful. Like the way she blew up at Janet on the beach, that was real, like built up resentment. She does not like Janet. Mm-hmm. So whether or not she's trying to mend that relationship for the show, or she really likes Jason as a person, I just remember thinking like, no. Like,
but then it was fake because they fought again, and then it flashed back to that where they did apologize and thought that they had moved forward. Like, it's fake.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. She probably really likes Jason, and I do not think she likes Janet. And so many people have alluded to not wanting to be on Janet's bad side. And I'm like, what is she going to do?
Janet's not that fucking scary, guys.
What is
let's
she
chill.
going to do?
Agreed.
Like, it's crazy.
Agreed.
What did you think about changing Jax's to Brit's?
Okay, so at first, I loved it. I was like, this is so nice and loving and kind and fun. Like, Brit has gone through the ringer. Like, she just needs a night. This is, like, so funny and fun. And we all know that she's part of Jax's bar. It just happened to be his name. So I thought it was, like, a cute way to, like, celebrate for a night. Then, for once, I'm, like, really, like, seeing some realness out of Jesse.
I know.
Jesse says,
I was like, oh,
he's not drinking that night. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, Jesse loves to drink. You know, he talks about alcohol all the time. Like, it's like a fun night out. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm picking Jax up from rehab tomorrow. And, like, this is not the right way to set up for somebody to come home. Which, correct. Facts. Like, he's obviously not well.
Yeah.
We all know he's not well. It's not to say that it's Brit's job to take care of him because they are getting divorced, but like now he's gonna come out, he doesn't know he's gonna get divorced. She's filed the day before he comes out. Sucks. Fact. His bar that he loves is now gonna have his ex's name, who is the trigger for him, all over it. He's gonna see it all over social media.
And they filmed. Yeah.
And you guys have moved all of his shit out of the house.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, it's like how much
way.
more.
Do you just want him to explode?
And it's not to say that he's not in the wrong for a lot of this stuff, but it's like you're almost wanting to make it worse.
You're not giving the guy a chance to come out and be in a good space.
Right.
Like, and for you and your family and your kid, you want what's best for him, then, like, I know he's fucked you over, but set him up for success. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. What did you think? I agreed with Jesse in that. I was like, oh my God, who's this?
Like, holy shit, he's
sound
right.
of mind person.
Listen to him. He knows what he's saying. It's crazy.
What did you think about Michelle continuing to compare Jesse and Jax?
Okay, I did not like this, and I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not sure. I had a really hard time, like, conceptualizing what other people might think versus what I felt. But in the moment, I was like, shut the fuck up. Not to be mean, because her feelings are valid. Her situation fucking sucks.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of sympathy for Michelle. We've had a lot of sympathy for Jesse. I can see both sides. However, the one night that people are celebrating Brit, let them.
Yeah.
Just don't think about yourself for a minute. Or if you are, don't be there. If it's too much for you and you can't handle being there, that's okay.
Yeah.
Your friends can have another night for you.
I was pondering why Michelle isn't getting the same support, at least from what we see on the show, as Britney does. And I thought that maybe it's because she's already in a new relationship. She's moved out. Like, the divorce process is already in order. But also, she's not as open as Britney. So remember we were saying, like, you need to tell people when you need support. Like, Britney is very open about absolutely everything that's going on. And she tells everybody every single detail.
Yeah.
And so people are more inclined to do something about it and, like, rally around her.
Yeah.
Also, I think a lot of that was Zach's doing, and he's just that kind of person.
And he's better friends with Britney than he is with Michelle.
Right.
The other thing to note here, not saying that things are ever like one person's fault or somebody else's, But in this situation, Jax is in the wrong. Very much so. It's very apparent. Like, he's at rehab, okay? We all know. Like, Britney has done everything she can to really try to salvage their relationship, their marriage, their life for their kids over and over and over again. Michelle and Jesse decided to not be together. We've heard that for years it wasn't good. They weren't a good couple. Neither of them were trying. There's different allegations for everything. Doesn't matter the reason why they're not together, but it took two.
Yeah.
Britney's husband, soon to be ex-husband, is an addict. Different.
Yeah. And it's more than just that.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people are married to addicts and they work through it and they get through it. It's much more than just that.
But she's been put through it, you know?
I did think that filming yourself filing for divorce was kind of fucking nuts.
And so cringe. And
I was like, what are we watching right now?
So
this is crazy. Like, you're so devastated. You've been together 10 years. Like, it's this crazy monumental moment in your life and we're filming. Like, I get it. Like, you're on a reality TV show. It just felt crazy. I don't know why that felt crazy. And then when people give birth on camera or something, I'm like, whatever. Like, you're sharing that.
Sure. But
for some reason,
felt weird to me.
Filing for divorce and being at a lawyer, I don't know. It felt really weird.
It was weird. Agreed.
It was weird.
Definitely agree. I also just want to say, leave Danny alone.
Oh,
you guys went out for
God.
drinks. Who cares if he's drunk?
Danny's drunk. I'm sorry. Danny's drunk is most people's sober. Like, you wouldn't even be able to tell that he was drunk. It's not like he's belligerent and he's...
Agreed.
I just can't understand. But Luke with the
Luke is correct always.
Luke called it. He was like, Danny started to call out Janet and call her on her bullshit, and so immediately it was like, Dark Side Danny's coming out.
And then she brings up the butt grab from forever ago that we've already moved
my
past.
husband's not the one grabbing butts. Like
grow
get
up.
over
Leave him alone.
And then Jesse's like escorting Danny out of the bar because he had a couple drinks and just opened his mouth to say something.
Like, is no one ever allowed to drink anymore? Like, it's so sick.
No, it's only Danny. It's literally only Danny.
I saw this thing that said, so Janet gets to talk literally about everybody, but the second that Danny confronts her about one thing, it's suddenly Dark Side Danny.
Yeah. Dark Side Danny.
Grow up. Like he's just speaking the truth.
He's sitting there calmly, just like adding to the conversation.
That was the craziest part of it, is when everybody's attacking him, he's literally sitting like this.
Yeah. He's like calm as a cucumber. Or
like,
cool
I'm like,
it's
not even like he's belligerent. Like, he's literally so chill. He just called you out for your bullshit.
I know.
Chill.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
You know, I got the tennis ball Jellycat, eh? We should send it to him.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Danny.
We'll be like, we're sorry about your situation.
Sorry.
Here's a tennis ball Jellycat.
I hope this makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was a good episode.
Yeah. 1.2 million behind in taxes. How does that even happen? How did he get a lease?
And what I'm not understanding is because I know it's in the States, so it's different. You can add to your mortgage here. Like, let's say you do like a renovation. You can add like, you do a $200,000 renovation here. You can get funding for that to then pay it back with interest.
So, but that's what Britney was saying. He was behind in taxes, so they added it to the house.
They added 1.2 million to your mortgage. You went from like 17,000 to like 32,000 or something crazy a month.
Remember, we were like, how is their mortgage that much? Remember,
because it's not even their house; it's their debt. Like, now their mortgage is more. If they sold the house, they'd still be in debt. Surely, like, that is how you're allowed to do that.
Honestly,
understand.
I fucking hate taxes. Like, nobody hates taxes more than I do. Not even the act of paying them, just the act of like having to organize shit for them. But
it's
like
crazy to me.
Yikes!
And the fact that he almost went to jail. Okay, Mike, the situation. Whoa.
Okay, Joe Giudice.
Yeah, Teresa.
Literally.
Crazy. Wow.
Okay, Summer House. I don't have much to say. I just wanted to say that the meeting of the parents, Lexi and Jesse,
the way they compiled, whoever the producers are fucking hilarious because I was crying.
The contrast of Lexi's family versus Jesse's family.
So funny.
His parents must be like, you idiot. Like, how did you let this girl go?
Agreed.
Like, she's so sweet and kind and nice.
Yeah.
her family is amazing. And like, we know this. Like, we spent an afternoon with them. Like, literally.
They're literally the best.
And so this is what I always think. I'm like, okay, if they had an issue with Lexi's family, like, you're the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, because how could anybody have an like they're so wonderful, loving,
and people
kind.
are like, "Oh my god, you guys love Lexi so much." Like,
yeah, we do.
Yeah, like,
how could you not?
Like, oh my god, like her parents, like her dad was there. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it also I thought it was cool because when we interviewed her on the podcast, we asked about. She talked about Sports Illustrated, how like that would be like the next thing that she would love to manifest. That would be like a dream for her. And she talks to Jesse's parents about it.
Yeah, and she was at the Sports Illustrated party this year. I was like, ooh, so like things are happening. Closer.
I do have one other thing to say about this episode.
Kyle and Amanda's conversation was crazy.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's
actually No, we can talk about that first. Because also her being upset about the cheating rumors and saying like nobody else has those rumors, so like why, you know? I was like, holy shit, like we don't really see this side of them and like a real fight like that. Like we see them like really good and maybe like being a little bit like bickering, but not like to the point where
the deep rooted problems.
Yeah,
you know, that conversation was so real. And when I was watching that episode last night, it was all unseen moments from the season. I was like, how are these things unseen?
Yeah, like how did this not get into
And so many times they showed scenes that we didn't see one piece of.
Yeah. So there must be
so they spent a shit ton.
Yeah.
I was like, holy.
Because there were full events and things they did. I did think back to the Kyle and Amanda thing when he says to her that the second we got engaged, you pulled back. I'm like, you guys have been engaged and married for a long time. Like, that's you're having this conversation now. Holy smokes.
I think it's something that has never gone away. Like I think these things have been an issue for them.
It made me really sad because I love Kyle and Amanda.
I know, and
they're both trying in the ways that they can. Like they're both different people, and I can see that they both want it, but they're both really struggling, and it's hard.
And those are like real common issues.
Agreed.
Like he's super social, she's not.
Agreed.
Like then she sees him going out all the time and feels bad that she's not there, and he wants her to come out with his friends, but she doesn't like to be out late, and like she doesn't like that lifestyle. It's so
real.
Yeah.
Agreed. I also, it made me a little bit sad that this season, especially at the reunion, like Sierra is confronted for not opening up, but then we see that she does open up and they just don't show it.
She did.
And we learned so much about her. Yeah. She talks about not going to her mom's wedding.
Yeah.
Only having 35 days to be able to get to know this man who's going to enter her life. Her mom being married so many times. Like, I'm like, wow, she really is like an emotionally intelligent human being. She knows herself. She knows why she is the way that she is, but she doesn't get to share that. We just see her as being like someone who doesn't want to be part of it.
No, and that's what I was saying at the reunion when she explained all of this. Like, we had no idea. Yeah. And so when you learn about that, you start to understand, like, why she may react to things the way that she does.
I wish we had seen more of that in the season.
Yeah. It is interesting to see, like, what they choose to show and what story to kind of create. Like, have a website where we can just go watch all the footage.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Imagine. It'd be like Love Island, like everyday episode. Okay, last thing for this episode was the face that Carl gave Lily when she gave him the lemon is the face he gave us when we gave him his jelly cat. Literally. Like, thank you. Thanks so much. I was like, I watched it 3 times.
Jellycat better than Lemon.
Way better. But it just goes to show he's just like a kind, loving soul who's appreciative of everything that everybody does.
So kind.
I loved it.